Friday, Christmas Day, 1914. Captain Robert Miles, King's Shropshire Light Infantry. We are all having the most extraordinary Christmas Day imaginable. A sort of unarranged and quite unauthorized, but perfectly understood and scrupulously observed truce exists between us and our friends in front. The funny thing is that it only seems to exist in this part of the battle line. On our right and left, we can all hear them firing away as cheerfully as ever. The thing started last night, a bitter cold night with white frost. Soon after dusk, when the Germans started shouting, "Merry Christmas, Englishmen!" Of course, our fellows shouted back, and presently large numbers of both sides had left their trenches unarmed and met in the debatable, shot-riddled, no man's land between the lines. Here the agreement, all on their own, came to be made that we should not fire at each other until after midnight tonight. The men were all fraternizing in the middle. We naturally did not allow them too close to our line, and swapped cigarettes and lies in the utmost good fellowship. Not a shot was fired all night. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I am Harbinger the Pentagenarian, and today we are going to be watching, listening to, and talking about Christmas Truce by Sabaton. It's a very important song to listen to, and it's a very important song to get the meaning of. So we'll be talking about it afterwards. But without any further yammering, let's take a watch and see what they've done with this. All right, here we go.
Wake up! Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Thomas! Thomas! Come on!
Silence. Oh, I remember the silence on a cold winter day. After many months on the battlefield, and we were used to the violence, then all the cannons went silent, and the snow fell. Voices sang to me from no man's land. We are all friends. And today we're all brothers, tonight we're all friends. A moment of peace in a war that never ends. Today we're all brothers, we drink and unite. Now Christmas has arrived and the snow turns the ground white. Hear carols from the trenches, we sing a holy night. Our guns lay to rest on wood snowflakes. Our Christmas in the trenches, our Christmas on the front, far from home. Madness.
drop the sound down there a little bit, I like to leave the titles run at the end of videos like this, mainly because all of these people were a part of this work of art. And I think that so many times people just click on past it. But I at least want to give the people who watch this video, if you've never gone all the way through and viewed all of the titles and the credits at the end, I just feel it's important we do. Now, what I was also told that I thought was interesting is the voice we hear in the background right now is apparently Flora Jansen from Nightwish. Of course, she is, if I'm not mistaken, I think she's married to the drummer of Sabaton. So it's kind of cool how all that works out. And we're going to go talk about that now. I feel that Sabaton did a very good job of bringing the importance of that moment of World War I into reality, or into a palpable moment where we can watch and relate to both the horror of war and the moments of humanity. Now, this is a truce that was formed by the men in the lines, not by their commanders and not by their governments. And this is the most dangerous thing in the minds of commanders and governments, is when people start looking at a larger situation and saying, this is really stupid. Why am I here? Why am I trying to kill this guy in the trench in front of me? Why am I employed right now to kill these people? And it isn't just on one side, it's on both sides. And I feel they did a very good job of illustrating that in this. The song itself was phenomenal. The lyrics were very poignant. The addition of the piano I thought was fantastic. All the musicianship was good, but this was not a performance video. This was a video that was telling a story. And it told the story well. Everybody did their job. Our vocalist, very powerful lyrics, a very powerful delivery. The music was phenomenal. This is an event that is briefly, if at all, mentioned in history class. It doesn't necessarily always fit the government's idea or the instructors or the general feeling of, at least my belief, that governments fight wars and the cost is lives. That's their business, and human beings are the currency. And this illustrates that so well. The war had been going on for 4 months. They were already tired of it. Little did they know it was going to go on for, I think it was 3 or 4 more years. It would cost, I want to say, it was 30 or 13 million lives between civilians and soldiers. The world had never seen anything like this before. And for these men to be in this atmosphere of hell, explosions, you've got, constant machine gun fire, snipers, everything going on. There was still a point at which that moment in time of Christmas revealed everyone's humanity and peace broke out. The only reason the Christmas truce ended was because the commanders and above wanted it to. And they basically set down rules after the Christmas truce that any soldiers caught fraternizing with the enemy, which to the soldiers at this point would be the fellows in front of us, would be court-martialed and punished up to possibly execution. So that was the higher command's response to peace breaking out. And I think it's something that we need to remember, is that in war, the generals and the politicians, they're the ones that started it. And they don't want it to end unless they win. Think about that. A truce or a calling it even might not be enough for them. They want to win. And they'll use whatever means possible that they can. Something to consider. So I will leave it here. This has been a long one, but I think it deserves the length that I've given it. So you guys take care of yourselves. Be good to one another. Don't be a dick. The world has enough of them. And until next time, just take care. Bye-bye.